Today's very interesting topic is solar. Solar can either be a huge benefit or a huge headache depending on one thing that most people don't understand. So let's talk Arizona solar. I'm Julie Gonzalez, and today I want to break down solar in Arizona, specifically what buyers, sellers, and homeowners need to understand before making decisions that can cost them thousands of dollars. First, HOAs and city restrictions. HOAs in Arizona cannot prohibit solar installations. They can place reasonable restrictions like panel placement, but those rules cannot impact production or savings. However, and this surprises people, local cities and permitting departments can stop solar. A well-known example is Litchfield Park, where getting solar approved has historically been extremely difficult. So even if your HOA is okay with it, the city still may have the final say. Now, how does solar actually work? Here's solar in simple terms. Your panels create electricity using silicon. That power starts as DC power, but your home runs on AC power. That's where the inverter comes in, and this is important. The inverter is the weakest link in the system, and if it fails, the system can stop producing altogether. Newer systems now use microinverters or AC panels, which means that if one panel fails, the rest of the system does keep working, which is a huge upgrade. Now, what happens to the actual power? Well, your home always uses solar power first. If your system produces more than you need, especially in the winter, that excess power goes back to the utility company. And this is where the confusion starts. Net metering versus net billing. Arizona used to have net metering, which was a one-for-one credit. You sent power to APS or SRP, and they credited you at the same retail rate. Think of it like a bank account. You deposit power during low use months and withdraw it during peak summer months. But net metering is gone. APS ended it in 2017 and SRP ended it in 2014. Then after came net billing. Now we're on net billing. Under net billing, you sell excess power back at a wholesale rate. But when you pull power from the grid, you pay full retail price. And those buyback rates, they've been dropping almost every single year. This is why batteries have come so popular, and they let homeowners store their power instead of selling it for cheap. This change seriously impacts solar leases and loans. When buyback rates go down and utility rates go up, the math doesn't always work the way homeowners were promised. That's why buyers need to know, are they on net metering or net billing? What's the current buyback rate? Is the system leased, owned, or financed? Let me explain a little bit about grandfathering. If a homeowner is grandfathered into net metering, they typically keep it for 20 years. After that, they move into net billing. And even under net billing, buyback rates are only locked for 10 years. Then they decline annually, usually around 10%. Now, why do utility policies matter? Utility companies like APS can adjust buyback rates every year, and they usually do, except for 1 year during COVID. Buyback rates have consistently dropped, and they've expected to eventually reach wholesale pricing. This is what buyers and agents need to know now. Here's the big takeaway. Solar program type is not a Latin defect. Sellers are not required to explain it. That's why agent education is critical. Buyers need help understanding their utility bill, their solar program, their long-term financial exposure. At the end of it all, solar isn't bad, but misunderstanding it is very expensive. If you're buying, selling, or just want to understand your solar setup, ask questions early. And if you want to help reviewing a solar system before making a move, I'm always happy to help. Talk soon.